Hey beautiful people, welcome back to Tea Time with Aloha and Coco. I'm Vicky and today we're diving into the magic, the thrills, and maybe even a few surprises at Universal's brand new Epic Universe. I experienced seven attractions. Now that may not seem like a lot, but at Epic Universe, where the average wait time on attractions is north of 100 minutes, I would think I struck gold. Today, I'm spilling all the tea on whether they're worth the wait. I'll walk you through what the lines are really like, what to expect from the queues, and if the attractions live up to the hype. So grab your favorite drink, get cozy, and let's jump into our Epic Universe ride rating. All right, let's talk about the very first attraction we experienced at Super Nintendo World, Yoshi's Adventure. Now, the posted wait time said 25 minutes, but Yoshi must have stopped for a snack because we actually waited around 45 minutes before boarding. It's possible the time changed after we got in line, but still, it was a noticeable difference. The queue is without a doubt adorable. Think bright colors, hidden Yoshi eggs, charming little details. It really feels like you've jumped into the heart of Nintendo. If you're a fan of the games, you will appreciate the design. But here's where things start to go downhill. The ride is incredibly slow, like way slower than the People Mover at Disney slow. And on a hot day, oh friends, it is rough. The ride is outdoors and you are directly under the sun for a majority of it. The vehicle moves so slowly that you don't even get a whisper of wind to cool you off. The heat just sits on you, and so does the disappointment. There's a short flight of stairs to climb right before boarding. I'm sure there's accessible options, but if you're walking, keep that in mind. Now let's talk honestly. I did not enjoy this ride at all. It felt like something meant purely for little ones who are excited to just ride anything. For them, this could be a sweet moment, but if you're looking for thrills or fun, this isn't the one. If you only have one day at Epic Universe, I would not recommend spending 45 to 50 minutes of it on Yoshi's Adventure. The magic is in the queue, not the ride itself. Unless you're absolutely exhausted and need 3 minutes off your feet, and even then, there are air-conditioned options like restaurants that will serve you better. I'd say skip it. Bottom line, save it for last or don't do it at all. Your time at Epic Universe is valuable, and this little dino ride just doesn't seem to make the cut for us. Up next, let's move into Donkey Kong Country, where we will jump onto Mine Cart Madness. If your kids are thrill seekers, or if you love the feeling of a mini roller coaster without the upside down flips, this is the one. It's fast, it's fun, it swerves side to side, and there are moments where you feel like you're flying at 100 miles an hour, even though you're not. It has all of the fun elements of a coaster minus the loops, so it's the perfect middle ground for kids and adults alike. Just be sure your little ones are at least 40 inches tall to ride. Children between 40 to 48 inches must be accompanied by a supervising companion to ride. We absolutely loved Mine Cart and highly recommend it. If you're only picking a few rides to do at Epic, this should definitely be on your list. Next stop, let's dive into Dark Universe, a land that feels spooky but not terrifying. Think fog, eerie music, and classic monster vibes, but nothing too intense for older kids. Characters like Igor and the Invisible Man are roaming free, while you have options for photo ops with Frankenstein and his bride. Now, this is like a gentle nod to Halloween Horror Nights. It's more that than a full-on fright fest. But once you board Monsters Unchained, that's where things take a turn. This ride is not for the faint of heart or for little ones who scare easily. You'll be strapped onto a bench-style seat, feet dangling, and the motion is intense. Lots of jolts, forward and backward, sharp turns, and sudden surprises. The ride strongly recommends leaning your head back to avoid motion sickness, and trust me, they mean it. Throughout the ride, monsters like Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein pop out from every direction, paired with loud noises, startling effects, and lots of in-your-face movements. It's immersive, but definitely more suited for brave kids around 10 and older, and adults who enjoy a good scare. As for my personal take, It's not the best ride at Epic Universe, but it's solid. The animatronics were fine, not jaw-dropping in my opinion, and while some people raved about the queue, I thought it was just okay. Would I ride it again? Sure. Maybe as a third or fourth choice. It lands near the bottom of my top 5 at the park. A fun ride, yes, but not the showstopper everyone made it out to be. Up next, we're flying into the Isle of Berk, the land of dragons, Vikings, and one super cool show, The Untrainable Dragon. This was the only show we caught during our visit, and honestly, I'm really glad we did. It runs for about 20 minutes, and it's a great break from the heat. Fully air-conditioned, dimmed lights, and some seats. It's the perfect place to cool off and recharge, but don't expect a nap. I mean, unless you really need one. The show is surprisingly immersive. It blends action, comedy, and music, and introduces a whole new dragon with a storyline that feels right out of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. The Vikings think they've finally met their match, but with the help from Hiccup, Toothless, and others, they uncover the truth behind the mysterious new dragon. Now, my favorite part? Toothless soars above the audience. Yes, overhead flight moments that will seriously wow you. There's colorful lighting, cool effects, and even a tiny adorable dragon that completely stole my heart. It's not the kind of show you'll be talking about forever, but it has moments you'll definitely want to experience again, especially if you have a little one. My daughters loved it. I love that we were all able to sit down, cool off, and enjoy a little dragon magic together. Make sure that you check out showtimes. It runs periodically throughout the day and you don't want to miss it. Would I go again? Absolutely. For Toothless flying overhead and for that cute little dragon. Oh, and for about 20 minutes of pure joy in the air conditioner. Yes, please. Now let me tell you about the land that absolutely took my breath away. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. Hands down, no contest. This was my favorite land, my favorite queue of a ride, my absolute favorite ride in the entire Epic Universe. As soon as you walk in, you're transported straight to 1920s Paris. Just like Newt Scamander himself, the atmosphere is stunning. The architecture, the sights, the sounds, even the food. Everything is rich with magic and authenticity. It feels alive. You'll even find mischievous, magical creatures hiding around the land, and let me tell you, my daughters and I had so much fun spotting them together. It's interactive, it's immersive, it's magical in every sense. But the real star of the show? Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. This ride is a game changer. Let's start with the queue because yes, it's that impressive. You actually travel by Floo powder just as you do in the actual movies. You're inside of one of the most detailed, jaw-dropping queues I've ever seen. It's worth getting in line just for that experience alone. Now the ride itself, imagine the ride vehicle, the style of that of Tower of Terror, but add state-of-the-art scenes, screens, dynamic movement, and next-level effects. You're in a vehicle with about 14 people, and it moves in every direction. Up, down, sideways, forward, taking you through the different departments of the ministry. It's not a roller coaster, but it feels like one, thanks to the jolts, turns, and wild surprises. You'll witness everything from magical showdowns to the trial of Dolores Umbridge. Yes, that Umbridge. And every scene is more thrilling than the last. It's bold, cinematic, and unbelievably fun. The ride is a ride I will fight to get on every single time I visit. A quick tip is that you need to join a virtual queue to ride. The times that they're open are 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. The early and late windows fill up fast, so aim for that middle slot and be persistent. Trust me, it's worth it. The entire land is a love letter to the Wizarding World. From Parisian charm to Ministry mayhem, it delivers in every way. And this ride, it's not just a favorite, it's an obsession. Okay, so we're gonna dive right back into Nintendo World. When we decided to write Mario Kart's Bowser Challenge, the wait time had dropped drastically, so we took advantage. All right, now let's talk about a ride that had me feeling like I just jumped straight into my Nintendo Switch. The second you step into the queue for Mario Kart's Bowser's Challenge, you're literally walking into Bowser's castle, and wow, it is so Bowser. Everything from war plans to attack the Mushroom Kingdom to hilarious books like Know Your Enemy, it's packed with clever little nods that Mario fans will love. The queue itself is a must-see. Great photo ops, super detailed, and just a fun walkthrough overall. The entire Super Nintendo world is brilliantly put together. You can tell Universal had the benefit of perfecting it in Japan and Hollywood before bringing it to Orlando, and it shows. The transitions, the theming, the energy, everything feels seamless. Now, the ride. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is wild, chaotic, and just plain fun. You sit in your own Mario Kart, and you're given these special goggles. Basically a visor with a screen that projects gameplay right in front of your eyes while your kart physically moves along the track. It's like playing Mario Kart and riding it at the same time. But I've got to be honest, there were moments where I felt a little confused. I kept adjusting my goggles because they kept slipping down, which distracted me from the action a bit. Plus, while I was pressing buttons on my steering wheel and tossing shells, I got the sense it wasn't really affecting anything. The ride seemed mostly pre-programmed, so the wheel was more for the experience than actual control, or at least that's what I felt. That said, the concept is awesome. Driving through Rainbow Road, dodging obstacles, seeing the familiar characters, hearing the music, it really brings the Mario Kart game to life. Think Super Mario Kart meets a theme park ride with a dash of sensory overload. Now, there's a twist. Despite the confusion, this ride still lands in my top 5. Why? Because it's so different. It's clever, colorful, immersive, and fun. And once you get the hang of how it works, I think it's one of those rides that gets better and better each time you ride. So yes, I'll absolutely be making that line again, even if I don't win first place. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is a must-do in Epic Universe. Now let's wrap up this video with the perfect way to end your night at Epic Universe, the Celestial Park Carousel. I cannot recommend this ride enough. It may say 25 minutes on the wait time sign, but when we ended up going, we waited closer to an hour, partly because a few of the carts were out of order, and honestly, it was still worth it, every single minute. This is not your typical carousel. During the day, sure, it's beautiful, whimsical, airy, and full of color, but at night, that ride, it becomes something completely magical. The lights sparkle like stardust, the music is dreamy, galactic melody that feels like it's been plucked right out of the cosmos. Wow, that was beautiful. It's not just spinning in one circle either. The ride moves in this layered, almost planetary motion. Different plates rotate within other plates, gliding and twisting in unexpected ways that feel smooth, mesmerizing, and unlike any carousel I've ever ridden before. This one easily lands in my top 3 attractions at Epic Universe. And yes, I know I haven't ridden everything yet, but that first moment, that first glance under the stars, it was breathtaking. It captured something special. It's also the perfect family ride, whether you're riding with your kids or just want a moment of calm magic before leaving the park. This is the one to end your day with. So my tip, ride this at least once. Ride it at night. Trust me, there's just something about the lights, the music, the motion. It's pure wonder. Thank you so much for following along for today's episode of Tea Time with Aloha and Coco, and I hope that this guide takes you to a universe that is epic. Until next time, don't forget, stay magical.